Hi, I'm Eric Johnson. This is Joanna Johnson. We draw and write children's books. Well, the main way I've used illustration is to illustrate these books. I always liked to draw, and then this gave me a chance to draw, and I never really used color much, so I learned how to use color in all these illustrations. I use watercolor, colored pencils, and ink. In our books, we take animals and make them like a person. I put clothes on them, and I try to make them look realistic, kind of like Beatrix Potter, and like old-fashioned children's book illustrations. So I research the animals and read about them and look at them and try to make them walk and do things like a person does. I'll draw the animal realistic first, just by looking at it like this, and then you can try to imagine, oh, there's like how I was thinking how his shoe would fit, you know, and then try and make it like a person, and I would do like rough sketches, and then we'd have our story, so I would think of a scene, like here's the rough scene I came up with, and here's the final artwork there.
So we have 3 children together, and we've kind of inspired our stories are inspired by our kids, and so different experiences they've gone through, simple things like overcoming a fear of learning to swim or learning how to sleep in a new bed at night. So we've taken little things that seem little to us as adults, but they're really important for kids, and we've tried to address those in a light way with a really creative world that Eric sort of invents with our kids in mind. The pictures are really detailed so that there are lots of opportunities for parents and kids to stop and talk about the drawings and talk about the things that they see in the artwork. So the advice I give whenever I talk to children that are interested in writing is really simple. You need to do 2 things. You need to read a lot, and you need to write a lot. It's great if you have a favorite genre, that if you love to read mysteries or you love to read fantasies, that's great, but go out of your comfort zone and read a book that maybe you wouldn't think you'd like, and you might be really surprised at how much you enjoy it. And just write. Practice writing. Write by hand, write on a tablet, write on a computer, and the more you practice, the better you'll get. Also be brave enough to share your work with your friends and your family, because they're your best audience and they'll give you your best advice.
If you like to draw, I would just say keep drawing. You'll find a place to use it. I've done murals, a lot of different things, and I do all my work by hand, and I'll scan it into the computer, and the computer is a good tool too, but I'm into doing it by hand, and I just think there's no substitute for that. So if you like to draw, just keep doing it. Draw things you like to draw and challenge yourself in those areas that you like, and you'll just get better and stronger, and you'll find a place for it. People like good designs, good looking artwork. Our books they're at our website, slatefallspress.com. We're on Amazon. We have 4 children's books.
Yeah, some schools and libraries have our books too, and then we also sell signed copies of our books online in our Etsy store. I grew up loving to read, Eric grew up loving to draw, and we grew up and put those things together, and we get to do what we love. If we can create, so can you.